And her opponent from San Jose, California, she is the SmackDown Women's Champion,
For the first time ever, we have a women's championship match here in the Middle East, in Saudi Arabia. Bayley against Naomi. Will Bayley's record-setting reign end here tonight? Guys, a very important component of this match. Bayley has won every title available in WWE. Bayley has accomplished it all. But the one thing Bayley has never done in her career, she's never beaten Naomi.
And believe me, that is a huge point of confidence for Naomi. And a huge pressure on Bayley.
Yeah, but Bayley thrives under pressure. Her resume speaks for itself.
Naomi has tested her mettle in recent weeks, as the road to this championship opportunity was a difficult one. Needed to defeat former SmackDown Women's Champion Carmella. We know Naomi has a heavy desire to become a three-time Women's Champion.
Other superstars say they want the title. Naomi has said she needs her title back. A factor to consider in this match is that Naomi took some time off to rejuvenate herself, to get her mind right, to refocus on her desire to once again be champion here in WWE. Taking flight!
Body splash! The challenger's fully aware of what it takes to become a champion. Naomi has to use her superior athleticism.
And Bayley's resolve might be wavering here.
Naomi picking up the pace against Bayley and keeping her all out of sorts.
Bayley's being caught off guard by Naomi. The champ wasn't expecting such a flurry of offense from the challenger.
Oh, man, she finds a hard landing on the outside.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me! Completely throwing self-preservation out the window.
I don't know how your mind would even think about doing that.
Drop kick!
Oh, great height. Boom! Naomi isn't feeling intimidated by the moment.
And Naomi has taken the upper hand.
And Naomi continues to somehow have Bayley's number here.
Right to the body. And here we go now. Drops the elbow. Throws her back in from ringside.
Bayley turning her.
Guys, a very important component of this match. Bayley has won every title available in WWE. Bayley has accomplished it all. But the one thing Bayley has never done in her career, she's never beaten Naomi.
And believe me, that is a huge point of confidence for Naomi. And a huge pressure on Bayley.
Yeah, but Bayley thrives under pressure. Her resume speaks for itself.
Drop kick. And Naomi has been quick to take to social media lately, reminding everybody that Bayley has never beaten her one-on-one.
Yeah, not so subtle reminder to Bayley, who has been very insulting, very humiliating to a lot of people in WWE.
And that attitude is why Naomi wants to dethrone Bayley, take the SmackDown Women's Championship away from her, and maybe humble Bayley a little bit.
A complete stalemate of reversals here, neither one giving an inch.
Kick gets caught.
These two have learned each other so well.
Hoisted up high here.
Yeah, straight into the pin.
Yeah, seemed to be just testing the waters a bit there.
Ouch.
Oh, man.
Bayley having every reason to be confident heading into this matchup. But 279 days as champion, Corey, can take a toll on you. Bayley has been carrying an exhausting weight on her shoulder for a long time.
I don't think it's anything Bayley can't handle, Cole. Once you reach the mountaintop, you plant your feet and you hold your ground, no matter how heavy the burden may get.
A factor to consider in this match is that Naomi took some time off to rejuvenate herself, to get her mind right, to refocus on her desire to once again be champion here in WWE. So this...
Uh-oh. Oh, no, went big and pays for it.
Talk about a jumping nothing. A real miscalculation on their part.
And now she's making it to the top rope here.
She's getting back up
to the sky.
Uh-oh. Look Look at the power. We've said it time and time again. Naomi may be the most athletic woman we've ever seen compete here in WWE.
Yeah, Naomi wants to depend on athletic maneuvers, while Bayley wants to be more methodical and fight a more classic wrestling style.
Naomi's heading on top.
Oh, she has her right where she wants her.
Look out.
All the way to the outside. Adrenaline can make you do crazy things. Exhibit A right there. Naomi going for broke. And this high-risk offense from the challenger might be catching the champion by surprise.
The challenger being the aggressor here, but remember, the title can only be won by pinfall or submission inside the ring. Stunner! Emphatically delivered. She's on noodle legs, not looking good.
Drop kick. Bayley is now under pressure.
Naomi picking up the pace against Bayley and keeping her all out of sorts.
And Naomi keeping Bayley on her toes, pushing the pace on the champion.
Naomi moving fast, showing that superior athleticism. Bayley might not be able to keep up here.
And she slides her back to the mat. Uh-oh. Look at that counter from Bayley. Thinking about rolling pin, watch this.
Oh, wow. Look at the right, shoulders down.
And the champ only gets a count of one.
Impressive to not even allow a 2 count at this juncture.
Just punishing.
And here we go. Locked in. It's locked in. And the reach the rope and put it in to the submission.
Escape that in a hurry.
Full on to the face.
She knew how to evade that. Naomi feeding off the WWE Universe, inching closer to recapturing the championship.
Placing her in the corner.
On the second rope.
Enziguri
Out of the corner.
lights out here.
Oh, no, maybe not.
No, a kick out.
Doesn't go well if you still can't get more than a 1 count by now.
Scissors kick
With authority. Ooh.
What do they have planned here? Kicks, smashing the face right into the ground.
Centaur hits the target. And elusive Bayley there. Hit the ropes.
Brutal knee to the side of the face.
And I think it was you, Byron, who asked Bayley if she changed. And she said, I didn't change. I just did what I had to do, and look what I've done.
Well, you're right. Up high.
Oh, gets caught up in a bad position.
Oh. Able to slip out of that one.
She catches Bayley with a counter. And now gets tossed into the ring.
Oh, look at these Karate-style kicks to the face. Blatant disrespect. Centaur connects. Bam! Gets driven into the corner. Proof these superstars have done their homework. There's the heel kick. Ooh.
Now positioned out of the top rope. And here we go. Championship's on the line. Naomi's got Bayley in trouble up on the top rope. This could be Naomi's moment.
Smart move by Bayley, protecting her title and going to the eyes.
Oh, what a kick. Bayley is down and in trouble.
Quick thinking by Naomi, looking to close this one out.
Nobody home. Bayley wisely moves out of harm's way. What's Bayley trying to do here?
What the?
I think Bayley's trying to trap Naomi's legs in Naomi's own shirt.
A great counter by Naomi. Naomi ducks underneath, and we got a standoff. Great match so far.
Well, Bayley thought she had Naomi, but the challenger was ready.
Well, the champion has to find a new strategy in a hurry. Party's over. Good night.
She faked her off.
A baffling choice, her stopping the pin like that.
Oh!
Oh, atomic drop! Oh, what a kick! That could make an opening for her.
A chain of reversals here. Every motion getting cut off.
Clothesline. Good Lord, so effective. Scaling the turnbuckle here. From the top. Crash and burn.
Went for it at the wrong moment and paid a terrible price with that impact on the outside.
Oh, he scattered that one.
Drop kick hits the mark.
Could that be enough to gain the title?
Goes for the pin. The reign continues. The champ kicks out.
What a display of stamina. The champ showing they are truly worthy of this title.
But things might only get harder from here.
What else does Naomi?
We might see a new champion crown.
Makes a cover. Now we did it. We have a new champion.
Here is your winner, and the new SmackDown Women's Champion, Naomi!
Bayley's stranglehold on the SmackDown Women's Championship has ended. The Glow era has begun.
Bayley was as aggressive in this match as she's ever been, but Naomi's confidence and athleticism were just too much for Bayley.
Ladies and gentlemen, if it weren't for the next two superstars in our showcase, none of this would be possible. Because without Atha and Sika, without the Wild Samoans, there truly is no dynasty. While it was their father who made the blood oath with High Chief Peter Maivia, it was Atha and Sika who built the family up, training generations of relatives, all with the single goal of becoming the best professional wrestler on the face of the planet. And while the two would together be WWE Hall of Famers, based solely on their work as trainers and cultivators of the next generation, their in-ring successes only add to their immortality. Atha and Sika formed WWE's most dominant tag team of the early 1980s, fighting their way to the WWE Tag Team Championship on 3 separate occasions. Opponents were often defeated before the bell even rang to start the match, falling victim to the aura and the intimidation factor of having to step into the ring with the Wild Samoans. Accompanied by Captain Lou Albano, the trio formed a masterful group that was able to take all opponents off their game, be it through Albano's devious schemes or the overpowering nature of the Wild Samoans. WWE had never dealt with a team so primal, turning each match into a battle of survival. Most feared, the deadly Samoan drop, a move that has been imitated by many, but duplicated only by a chosen few.
There they are, the Wild Samoans.
These are immigrants coming from the island, trying to figure it out, trying to find a way. I couldn't imagine being these men. I couldn't imagine taking on these responsibilities of setting the tone in a whole new country. And then trying to break into entertainment on top of that. But they made it work. And that's what we are. We're workers. We make it work.
These tribal elders set the standard for all of their descendants to not only follow, but they also taught their descendants how to surpass it. So beloved were the two that perhaps no moment holds more significance to your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, than when he was presented the Ula Fala by his father Sika and Uncle Afa after the 2020 Hell in a Cell event. You see, it was their acknowledgement that gave Roman Reigns the unshakable confidence to continue his journey to becoming the greatest of all time.
The utmost respect, love, and gratitude for those men. Because if my father and uncle don't do what they do, we're not here.
We now humbly present to you the honor of walking in the famed footsteps of the Wild Samoans, finding a tag team in WWE's long and storied history that we felt would test the Wild Samoans was not an easy task. But then a thought came to your wise man. Why not give the audience exactly what they want? Why not put the Wild Samoans against one of the greatest tag teams of all time? Why not present Afa, Sika, the Wild Samoans versus Bubba Ray and Devon, the Dudley Boys? And if we're going to go that far, let's do it in a tables match. Showcase that savage brutality that made both teams the eternal legends we know them to be. No pinfalls, no submissions, no rules. Just be the team that avoids being put through the table, and you will emerge victorious. And with these four men, you better believe that things are going to get extreme.
And here they come. Bubba Ray and Devon are ready for a fight.
That's just what they'll get from Afa and Sika, and then some.
The following contest is a tag team tables match. And at a combined weight of 603 pounds, Bubba Ray and Devon, the Dudley Boys.
It takes a strong brotherly bond to agree to go into battle against the Wild Samoans, but that's exactly what Bubba Ray and Devon have.
I have a strong feeling this match isn't going to be for the faint of heart.
Well, look, the Dudley Boys may not be all there in the head, but they're easily the most highly decorated tag team in pro wrestling history. They've beaten the best, they've beaten the toughest, and they're ready to come in and beat the wildest tonight.
Both the Dudley Boys and the Wild Samoans are coming into this tables match with something to prove. Who's the best tag team of all time? Who's the more cohesive, brotherly unit?
Who's more savage? Who's more extreme? Gentlemen, we are moments away from finding out the answers to these questions once and for all.
Guys, this is going to be a great one. You can feel the electricity already.
I feel the excitement and some fear, too.
Accompanied by Captain Lou Albano and a combined weight of 645 pounds. Alpha and Sika, the Wild Samoans.
This tables match might be a dream match for many, but for both the Wild Samoans and the Dudley Boys, this is about to be one team's greatest nightmare.
Alpha and Sika clearly not looking to back down here.
The Dudleys can certainly handle their own, but they've never faced anyone or anything like the Wild Samoans.
Those mean looks on both Alpha and Sika's faces, I'll tell you, they're out for blood. And the Dudleys are about to walk right into the Lion's Den.
Here's the bell, and it's the Wild Samoans, Alpha and Sika, taking on Devon and Bubba Ray Dudley, the Dudley Boys.
Two sets of brothers, two sets of absolute madmen, ready to get the tables and get downright savage.
Bringing a new definition to the term sibling rivalry. This one will get extremely physical.
And the Wild Samoans always have that gaze in their eyes, that look that makes you question their understanding of their surroundings.
Yeah, and I have to wonder if Alpha and Sika are even aware of what the tables are for. I'm afraid they'll just keep on dishing out punishment, expecting a bell to eventually ring.
Oh, and it's reversed. Clothesline, so effective.
He just flipped the script there. Sika evades the attack.
Oh, that hurt right to the kidney. Golly. Bang. He finds a counter.
Able to make a timely escape.
Corey, I've got to know, what can the Wild Samoans do to get the advantage in this tables match? After all, this is the Dudley Boys match, the match they put on the map, the match they're synonymous with.
Maybe the Wild Samoans have to be a little less radical. They still need to brutalize their opponents because that's what they do best. But the last thing Alpha and Sika want to do is rush head first into a table. After all, that's exactly how you lose.
Such a peculiar look coming from the Wild Samoans, as if they have no control of their animalistic behavior. Alpha and Sika, both individuals that compete barefooted. Not something common in most wrestlers, Corey, but it is actually very customary in the Samoan wrestling heritage.
It's how they train, it's how they live in the Isle of Samoa. And no one delays a fight to put some boots on. Samoans are ready for battle at the drop of a hat. Sidewalk slam. What a headbutt. Vicious. Producing a trampling. Oh, my gosh.
He's absorbing a lot of damage here.
So far, this tables match has been just as brutal as we anticipated.
He is getting rid of the turnbuckle pad. Don't say that too loud, Sax. You might get caught.
Elbow thrown, saying not today.
Corey, the Wild Samoans are about as tough and mean as they come, a very physical duo, and we've seen how they use their heads, almost like a concrete weapon.
Yeah, they don't need much flash. They're just a formidable ground and pound team. If they lack in offensive creativity, they make up for it in blunt force trauma. And nothing packs more blunt force trauma than an Alpha or Sika headbutt. And a counter by Alpha.
There's some power behind that punch. And the Dudley Boys tables match supremacy lives on. What a match.
Alpha and Sika really gave it their all, but there's a reason the Dudleys are synonymous with tables, and we just saw why once again.
We know what to expect from the Dudleys in a match like this, but the added factor of the Wild Samoans made this one truly unpredictable.
Here's the bell, and it's the Wild Samoans, Alpha and Sika, taking on Devon and Bubba Ray Dudley, the Dudley Boys.
Two sets of brothers, two sets of absolute madmen, ready to get the tables and get downright savage.
Bringing a new definition to the term sibling rivalry. This one will get extremely physical.
And slides back into the ring. Alpha and Sika, both individuals that compete barefooted. Not something common of most wrestlers, Corey, but it is actually very customary in the Samoan wrestling heritage.
It's how they train, it's how it works up top.
And they just toss them aside.
Was definitely not thinking about finesse with that one. Was only thinking about dominance. Planted down across the back.
Corey, I've got to know, what can the Wild Samoans do to get the advantage in this tables match? After all, this is the Dudley Boys match, the match they put on the map, the match they're synonymous with.
Maybe the Wild Samoans have to be a little less wild, Cole. They still need to brutalize their opponents because that's what they do best. But the last thing Alpha and Sika want to do is rush headfirst into a table. After all, that's exactly how you lose.
Clearly an attack that very few superstars can perform with such ease.
And we can harp on how this match was something on the table built by the Dudley Boys. With a famous series of TLC matches they've had, the Dudleys have become synonymous with the T in TLC.
And that didn't stand for tender, Cole. It means tables, and it means lots of them.
Yeah, and if Bubba Ray and Devon can get the Wild Samoans to a table... Oh, man. Took a massive risk, but it might have paid off.
Dribbling the opponent's head like a basketball.
And he gets delivered back into the ring.
Oh, man, he is more than fired up right now. Alpha's all fired up.
Clearly lost in the moment. He better snap out of it.
Oh, beat the backside of an elbow.
And the Wild Samoans always have that gaze in their eyes, that look that makes you question their understanding of their surroundings.
Yeah, and I have to wonder if Alpha and Sika are even aware of what the table before them. I'm afraid they'll just keep on dishing out punishment, expecting a bell to eventually ring.
He's been dealt a good deal of damage.
The purpose of this match is to soften up your opponent before you inevitably put them through the table. That's exactly what we're seeing here, Cole.
Shot. He's been put through the ringer tonight.
So far, this tables match has been just as brutal as we anticipated.
Hard into the corner.
Man, did you see the whiplash off the turnbuckles? A very ferocious demeanor emanates from the Wild Samoans, like they're part of a pack of untamed beasts. I really wonder what it will take for the Dudley Boys to have control of them.
Maybe they'll take a sledgehammer? A truck? They're not human, Byron. You can knock them down, but they'll keep coming back. Ooh, another kick.
Nasty kick.
Popped up into the Samoan drop. Incredible.
Alpha and Sika might have just shown us the... prelude to the Dudley's demise.
Ooh, headbutt.
Oh, nothing pretty about that.
Oh, my God. Break the hold into a neck breaker of their own.
Continuous counters. These superstars looking locked in. All these counters, it's like they're any...
And look at this now, yes, applying the submission hold.
Using this submission to weaken the opponent. Smart strategy.
And the tap out isn't going to do anything. This is just torturous now. Going outside. What's he got planned here? Making way towards the top rope.
Launching.
What? From up top, right onto the target, outside.
That is kicking things into a whole new gear. Back in the ring.
What a counter by Sika. The Dudley Boys came in tonight knowing they had to turn up the dial. had to match Alpha and Sika's level of aggression. Rory and Devon know they have to be extreme as they can be.
Yeah, but what the Dudleys call extreme, the Wild Samoans just call it regular Tuesday. Alpha and Sika are just a different breed of power. Popped up into the Bubba cover by Bubba Ray. The Wild Samoans just took a bumpy trip to Dudleyville.
Looks like he has something planned with his table, guys.
I don't want to know. Sent to the corner. Being placed onto the top rope.
And he just has to be in indescribable pain.
It's time to catch that second, maybe even third wind. Drives his opponent down with a Uranagi.
I still can't get over the look I always see on the Wild Samoans. It's like they have a one-track mind towards savage brutality. They for sure answer yes to every question that makes up a scary tag team. Yes, they're rough. Yes, they're tough. Yes, they will win. Yes, they will hurt. And yes, they will not stop.
Fends it off. Good counter.
And, oh my gosh, look, Alpha is busted open. Face full of turnbuckle.
It looks like he's got a bullseye on his head now.
He's setting his table up, and guys, someone's about to have a really bad night. Right to the throat. Heads outside the ring.
And no countouts means he can take his time.
Oof, man, what a hit. He's doing some dangerous redecorating.
I think the table really ties it all together.
A potential tide-turning moment in this.
From the heavens.
And Alpha and Sika just beat the Dudley boys at their own game.
That has to take all the breath out of you.
And it's the Wild Samoans standing tall, having beat the Dudley boys at their own game.
Devon and Bubba pushed Alpha and Sika to their limits, but in the end, there was only one way this match could end.
From the very moment he arrived as the enforcer of the bloodline, Solo Sikoa has taken every brutal, savage element of his predecessors and refined them into a near-perfect smashing machine. Even in the year before his arrival, Solo raised eyebrows and garnered buzz while competing in NXT. But nobody could have predicted just how smoothly his transition to the main roster would go. And before I go on any further, let me make one thing perfectly clear. I'm only saying what I'm saying about Solo Sikoa because I am a wise man. I'm a professional. And because I'm being handsomely compensated for my stellar work as your host of the WWE 2K25 showcase. I haven't forgotten what Solo Sikoa and his rogue bloodline did to me. But I also know better than to let personal feelings hinder your professional endeavors. So with that being said, since his arrival at Clash at the Castle in 2022, Solo Sikoa has consistently been involved in WWE's biggest moments and biggest matches. He's been victorious in War Games. He's repeatedly enforced the Bloodline's will to maintain Roman Reigns' status as undisputed WWE Universal Heavyweight Champion.
I brought Solo in as an insurance policy. Solo was here to protect me. Solo was here to maintain the promised land. He's violent. He's strong. He's fast. He's all those things. And he betrayed me. Any man who would betray me must be a very dangerous man.
Solo defeated John Cena. Solo elected to betray your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, in an attempt to bestow upon himself the title of tribal chief. When I refused to acknowledge Solo as my tribal chief, you are not my tribal. He, Tamatonga, Tongaloa, and Jacob Fatu put me through a table in Madison Square Garden. And that led to opportunities to compete for the undisputed WWE Heavyweight Championship. It's led to more visibility with Solo's Rogue Bloodline ruling over SmackDown. Every choice Solo made only furthered his standing in WWE. He has the bloodlust of the wild Samoans, the brutality of his cousin Yokozuna, and the single-minded focus of Roman Reigns, all rolled into one. There is no question the future is his for the taking, and that he will be champion many times over, and that he may set records of his own before it's all said and done. Few men have so quickly served notice to all of WWE in the manner that Solo Sikoa has done. Whether you want to acknowledge him or not is irrelevant. One way or another, Solo Sikoa forces you to do just that, or you will suffer severe consequences. One by one, each and every single superstar on the WWE roster is going to find that out. Solo will make sure of it. I, of course, will simply await any and every opportunity for your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, to teach Solo some manners. Until that happens, though, we are taking you back to the one-year anniversary special for NXT 2.0, which saw then North American champion Carmelo Hayes, and indeed, he is him, issue an open challenge. Unfortunately for the future superstar, it was to be answered by Solo Sikoa, and things went as well for Hayes as you can probably guess. Showcase the unrelenting fury that has made Solo Sikoa nearly unstoppable, and defeat Carmelo Hayes to earn Solo his first championship victory. It won't be easy against Carmelo, especially when he has Trick Williams watching his back. And if you make one mistake against the champ, he'll take his shot and most likely hit nothing but net.
Here comes the A-Champ.
The following contest scheduled for one fall is for the NXT North American Championship. Accompanied by Trick Williams, he is the NXT North American Champion, Carmelo Hayes.
Mello and Trick looking so pleased with themselves after attacking Wesley.
NXT 2.0 celebrating its first anniversary, all thanks to amazing talent like this man.
Hayes has a look right now. He probably thinks he's getting the night off and another day on his North American title reign.
Well, after what Mello and Trick just did to Wesley, who's going to have the guts to step up and take Lee's place?
What? This place is shaking!
We never thought we'd see Sikoa again.
His opponent, from Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing in at 250 pounds, Solo Sikoa!
And Solo is dressed to fight, too. I really didn't think we'd see him again.
We saw him at Clash at the Castle 10 days ago where he cost Drew McIntyre the WWE Universal Championship.
Well, as far as I'm personally concerned, Sikoa isn't welcome around here. Melo needs the night off.
Well, Melo talks about wearing the biggest crown in the WWE, but it's Sikoa who sits at the biggest table in WWE.
Well, he wasn't exactly invited to sit at this table now, was he?
We said to expect the unexpected. Is this title match gonna happen?
As we say in WWE, expect the unexpected.